Hey everybody, we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. I've got three gated great guests. They're all boxed in. They can't get out. They can't escape. Three great guests from the Why the Podcast, or Why the it's not Why the Podcast.
Yes,
there you
Why
go.
the Podcast.
Yes.
Why the Podcast? But the question mark's in the middle. But we'll find out more about that in the second round. I have Luke, Heidi, and Rachel with no second A.
Exactly.
But as you know, on this show, we always start friendly. We do a little toast in the beginning. If you know it's to raise your glass, it makes a nice little thumbnail for the next week. You just throw your hands up, like that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I always take it.
I'll never forgive you.
I take a sip.
I'm keeping my senses sharp. This is what I'm doing.
We're just drinking ice water and tea. It's not like
Don't.
Very civilized.
I gave away the illusion early on. All right, so here we go. I'll start. I do an official intro for this. This is where we start the podcast.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. I'm Jeff. I'm your host tonight. I've got three great guests from Why the Podcast. I got Luke, Heidi, and Rachel. We're going to meet them all in the second round. But as you know, on this show, we get right into it. And I have a very fun game planned tonight. We're going to do quotes in the first round. I'm going to give you a quote. You have to tell me, is that quote either Foghorn Leghorn from the cartoons or Cousin Eddie from the National Lampoon movies? So let's see how we do. The order I have tonight is the order I was given is Luke, Heidi, and Rachel. So Luke, you're up first.
Hit me.
Fortunately, I always carry a spare set of feathers. Would Cousin Eddie have said that, or Foghorn Leghorn?
See, not to get Princess Bride on you. The obvious answer is Foghorn Leghorn, and that's what the
you've seen the show before.
I am not a simpleton, so obviously I can't choose Foghorn Leghorn. But the set of feathers, however, doesn't really fit Cousin Eddie, so I can't choose Cousin Eddie.
You keep saying that word. I'm not sure.
I know.
It means what you think it means? Yeah.
I'm going to go with... Stay out of it, Rachel. This is my time.
You'll get your screen time, Rachel.
I'm going to say Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. The first point of the night. Luke is correct. You're on the board.
Hot damn.
Over to Heidi. This boy's more mixed up than a feather in a whirlwind. Is that Foghorn Leghorn?
Sorry, I cut out.
Is this quote from Foghorn Leghorn or Cousin Eddie? This boy's more mixed up than a feather in a whirlwind.
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie is incorrect. It's Foghorn Leghorn.
That would have been my guess too. That would have been my guess too. So I'm right there with you.
Thank you.
Oh, if you are watching at home, if you want to leave a comment, we'll put your comments up during the show. We love bad answers. So if you have an answer that's so out of whack and you want to put it up on the screen, we'll publish that for you. Rachel,
oh gosh,
you better take a rain check on that. He's got a lip fungus that ain't identified yet.
That's Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie is correct.
Is that the first one?
I was going to say, does the film get named here so we can look this up later?
Oh, jeez.
You just have to trust me.
Because he's talking about his kid, right?
But I don't know, the kid or the dog. I'm not sure.
Oh.
One and the same.
I didn't say I knew. I just said I researched it.
Gotcha.
All right, back to Luke. He's about as sharp as a bowling ball. Is that Foghorn Leghorn or Cousin Eddie from National Lampoons?
Again, I feel like you're trying to play mind games with me. I'm going to say Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. Sticking with 2 Foghorn Leghorns in a row is correct. Luke with 2 points.
Ooh.
Over to Heidi.
Oh,
Here we go.
quite the Confederate.
This is the gauntlet being thrown.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you see Sandy's already picked your side?
Yeah, she did.
All right.
Sandy is our reluctant executive producer. Okay, but Heidi, sorry.
Over to Heidi.
Oh,
Looks like the boy genius is trying to show me up. Is that Foghorn
Cousin Eddie.
Leghorn or Cousin Eddie? It is Foghorn Leghorn.
Who is he even talking about? What boy genius is in Looney Tunes?
I look. All right.
Wouldn't that be Elmer Fudd?
Yeah, he's a real genius.
yeah. Sandy.
Right. Over to Rachel.
Okay.
Nice boy, but he's got more nerve than a bum tooth. Is that Cousin Eddie or Foghorn Leghorn?
Nice boy, but he's got more nerve than a bum tooth.
Bum tooth.
I feel like Cousin Eddie would know about dental problems and dead teeth, so I'm going to say Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie is incorrect. It's Foghorn Leghorn.
Wow, he's rude.
He really is. No wonder we all turned out so terrible.
Oh, look at Luke's puffing up
What?
already.
He's ready.
He's
No,
like,
I'm
people
just-
got my
I'm-
head. I'm going to win this.
That's called
I am-
posturing.
Yes, I am just. When do we do a score check?
Right after. I got 3 more left. This is it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Back to Luke.
All right.
If that thing had 9 lives, she just spent them all.
I'm going to say Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie, no fooling Luke in the first round. He sweeps 3 points. It
Actually,
is
did
Cousin
knew
Eddie.
that one.
Yeah, I knew that one too.
I totally knew that one.
Yeah, wait until they get to the category of Woody Allen films, and then you're really in
Oh,
trouble.
Lord. I know.
I don't know that
That
that's
is
a
round
good thing,
2.
Luke.
Yeah. Algonquin Round Table, yeah, Woody Allen films, and It Happened in Brookline, Mass. Those are going to be, I think, the categories for the next round.
Honestly, that's way more classy than the show would ever get to.
Well,
Crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
you clearly haven't listened to our show.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Over to Heidi. Heidi, that dog's as subtle as a hand grenade in a barrel of oatmeal. That dog's as subtle as a hand grenade in a barrel of oatmeal. Is that Foghorn Leghorn? Or is Heidi frozen?
Yeah, she was really thinking that one.
I was frozen. I said foghorn.
Oh, Foghorn Leghorn. Heidi is on the board with her first point tonight.
Woohoo!
We have a saying, the first point's the toughest. Everybody's got points. Let's see, Rachel, can you move into second place? Rachel, can you get into second place? You know, there might just be a market for bottled duck. Is that Foghorn Leghorn or Cousin Eddie?
Well, I don't want to pull a Luke here and say, I feel like the straightforward answer would be Foghorn Leghorn. But isn't that some sort of super cheap liquor duck? Or am I thinking of wild turkey? I'm thinking of wild turkey. I'm going to go with Foghorn Leghorn.
You've never had wild duck, apparently. Foghorn Leghorn is correct. Let's go over to that scoreboard. We have
Thank you.
range of points going on. Luke with 3, Heidi with 1, Rachel with 2. Luke, you're in the lead. So when
Thank
you're
you.
in the lead on this game,
Yes.
you get to choose the order for round 2. Do you want to keep it the same or mix it up?
Let's reverse the order. Keep it
We're going to
interesting.
go Rachel, Heidi, Luke.
Like, give not German Rachel a chance to enjoy the spotlight.
Not German Rachel with 1A.
Dankeschön.
Well, my favorite part of the show is where I get to meet my guests. I got him here. I sat him in the hot seat for round one. Now we're going to meet Why the Podcast with Luke, Heidi, and Rachel, the producer from not Germany with 1A. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be anywhere.
Tell us a little bit about the podcast. Anybody?
Which one of us is going? Okay. It is a show dedicated to learning more about our fellow humans. And that's probably the smartest way to make it sound. And it's just downhill from there. We interview people with interesting hobbies and jobs, ranging from the drummer from Talking Heads to the world's greatest streaker and everything in between. NASA astronauts, competitive eaters, professional mermaids. We try to run the gambit. We're basically trying to build a clubhouse or some sort of cocktail party that is going to be the weirdest thing you've ever been to.
But you'll never want to leave.
That's true. Yeah, the buffet is going to be interesting.
Don't fill up on carbs.
Yeah.
A lot of sneeze guards.
Yeah.
Is there a way to become the greatest streaker in the world? What is the qualifications?
Take it, Heidi. Go.
This is obviously Heidi's.
Well, I was trying to share here, and
I know we're notorious, talk over each other, and we're trying to be kind based on the rules of the show. But the best way to become the greatest streaker is just to decide to find a way to get into giant sporting events or smaller events these days and take your clothes off and run through, make everybody laugh, and don't care or not care if you get arrested and have to spend the night in jail. And you just meditate.
And you've been around for about 2 years. How many shows have you produced?
we are releasing 113 on Monday. And as a surprise, we haven't announced it to anybody yet, but Monday is Heidi, stop ringing in. That's not now.
I know the answer.
Our show on Monday is we're talking with Angie McCartney, who is Paul's stepmother. She is the only living Beatle parent.
Oh, wow.
So
she's fantastic.
But she would not tell us who her favorite Beatle was.
Oh.
So it's Ringo.
So that's, I would say that probably eliminates Paul.
Yeah. She told us some other good dirt, though. So
yes.
It's definitely.
Well, how to find Why the Podcast if they want to check it out and hear that episode?
Yes.
You can find it pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere now, or at whythepodcast.com. Also on all the socials too.
We're like herpes. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Get rid of it.
And we don't go away. Exactly.
But unlike herpes, we want you to tell your friends about it.
Yes. Good point.
We also have a website that has all sorts of extra strangeness and other things. And Rachel is one of our willing producers. We have two reluctant producers. Rachel is one of our willing ones who does a very nice write-up of every episode. And
thanks.
Always fits in jokes that I'm reading them, and I'm just like, how did we miss that one? Every single time. I'm like, it's a lot of banging my head on the desk when I read the blog post.
Very nice.
Well, good. Glad I could contribute to a mild concussion for you.
Yes.
It's whythepodcast.com. Also, Why the Podcast on all the socials, which brings me to my question. Are you ready for the hot seats?
Andy.
That's yeah.
That's our favorite reluctant producer. But yes, we're ready.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go Rachel, Heidi, Luke. We're gonna flip the order around. We're gonna do looks like types of foods. So I have a connection 4 coming up for you. I'm gonna give you 4 questions. All 4 of those answers are gonna tie together, and the only clue I'm gonna give you is whatever they tie to is gonna be food. So how about that, Rachel? Are you ready for the hot seat?
Clearly by my face, you can tell that I am.
Oozing enthusiasm.
Not concerned in the least.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Rachel. What nationality was Impressionist painter Claude Monet?
He was French.
French is correct. What are
Not German.
Not German. He has no A's in his last name.
No.
Rachel, what are Havarti, Irish Porter, and Kraft singles?
Those are all varieties of cheese. Though the last one I would argue is more cheese with a Z. But
You still got it correct. Oh, but we just talked about this one. Going swimming nude is also known as blank dipping.
Skinny dipping.
Skinny dipping is correct. And your last one, parents sometimes tell their kids, eat your crust or your hair won't grow blank.
Eat your crust or your hair won't.
I'm not sure what parents. I read this and I was like, I don't know.
Grow.
I got to throw a curveball.
Okay. So my first thought is after you're dead, because your hair grows after you die, but I don't think parents would say that. Eat your crust or your hair won't grow. I guess fast.
Fast. Incorrect. It's curly. Curly. Heidi knew. Somebody told Heidi that as a child.
Curly
Explains a lot.
I've never heard that saying.
hair.
Where have you heard that before, Heidi?
Well, I know the answer to the thing, and so I figured out from deductive reasoning, believe it or not, what it was.
Wow. You went backwards. So, Rachel, what ties together French, cheese, skinny, and curly?
French cheese, skinny, and curly.
Yes, you got this right.
Oh,
Are those the Stooges?
my brain is so okay. French cheese,
Not together.
skinny.
Mm-mm.
It's French, comma, cheese, comma, skinny, curly, but not French cheese.
Oh, but I thought you said they were all connected.
They are all connected, but not literally.
Not in a sense.
So, French, cheese, curly, and skinny.
This is going to be totally obvious, and I'm going to be completely embarrassed because Luke made me go first.
What? I was trying to be nice.
I get my finger pointing in the screen.
We
there.
do have a strange buzzer on the show that just shows up. It's 3 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Oh.
I
2,
honestly have no clue.
1.
I don't know.
It's French fries.
Oh, different varieties.
Yeah.
I see. Different varieties of French fries. Okay, got it.
Yes. All right. So let's go over to that scoreboard.
Please.
Please. Luke really wants to see that Heidi got 3 out of the 4 and then did not get the bonus point.
Oh,
But that's okay. We're going to go to Heidi and see what happens.
Oh, this would be fun.
This will be a disaster because I'll know everyone else's answers and not my own. Okay,
That's the way the hot seat works.
totally.
Heidi, the title of Sandra Bullock's film about a former homeless man who was drafted into the NFL is called The Blind Blank. Side, yes. I didn't read that when I started the question. And your second clue, or second question, I'm not sure how this works. What is the common name for the little harmless insects that buzz around bananas? Those little...
Jesus, of course, of all the things.
Don't ask her questions about bananas. She
No,
can't.
it's like
hates them.
I can't even
This is
handle
so
it.
perfect.
Gnat,
I'm going to give it to you. I'm looking for fruit flies, but fruit flies are in the same ballpark.
thank you.
The Roman emperor born in 100 BC and killed in 44 BC was Julius blank.
Caesar.
Caesar is correct. And a lazy person who watches TV all day is called a couch blank.
Potato.
Couch potato is correct. So, Heidi, what ties together side, fruit, Caesar, potato?
They're salads.
They are all types of salads.
I get it now that I've heard so many examples.
I had to catch up.
Going with it.
I would have helped you.
Heidi, you ran the second round. You got all 5 points to put you out in the front, but Luke still has to go. Luke, are you ready for the hot seat?
As I have ever been.
If someone likes to chat, you could say they could talk until the blank come home.
That would be cows.
Cows is correct. A border collie is also known as what kind of dog?
I'm going to say sheepdog. Is that what we're going for?
Sheepdog is exactly what we're going for.
Okay, there we go. Let me just write this down. Sheep. Okay, keep going.
Complete the name of this very famous Jamaican dish, curry blank. Curry blank.
I'm going to go with goat.
Curry goat is correct. Correct. 3 for 3. And the Bills are the NFL team for which city?
That would be Buffalo.
They love when they're so easy. You watch Rachel and Heidi go, whoa.
Both our heads tilted the exact same way.
All right, Luke, what ties together cows, sheep, goat, and buffalo?
Would it be that they are animals?
They are animals that could produce
milk.
Milk. There you go. I'll give it to you.
Which actually, it's funny. One of the original ideas we had for Why was a game show that was called What Am I Milking? So that's very funny how that all works.
You just put your hand inside of a paper bag. It's like
exactly, yeah. It's a participatory thing.
All comes back.
Yeah.
So over to that scoreboard, we have Luke with 8, Heidi with 6, Rachel with 5. We have 14 questions left, and each player brought their own buzzer tonight. And in this round, I'm going to ask it's rapid fire. I'm going to ask a question, buzz in, lock out your opponent. If you get it right, you get the answer, you get the point. If you're wrong, you're going to lose the point. So let's test out those buzzers. Heidi, let's hear your buzzer.
Oh, that's annoying.
Heidi is a bell that can't keep time. This is all over the place.
Did I freeze?
Rachel, let's hear your buzzer.
Jawohl.
Yeah. She's going to yell random German words. And Luke, he's breaking glass, punching glass.
We love the sound of breaking glass.
All right, so here we go. When you know the answer, buzz in. You'll lock out your opponents. I'll call on you. You can give me the answer right or wrong. Right, you get the point. Wrong, you don't. Tenoctitlan was the capital of which civilization?
Achtung.
Rachel.
The Aztecs.
The Aztecs is correct.
She's been just hustling all along.
All right. Oh, is that pre-buzz?
No, no.
What was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution? I heard broken glass getting punched.
That would be Delaware.
Delaware is correct. We're looking for a year. In what year did Mount St. Helens last erupt?
Jawohl.
Rachel.
1980.
1980. You stopped at the right point. It is 1980. 2 points for Rachel.
Yes.
Before we go on, can we just check that Heidi's bell still works?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, doesn't seem to be answering in, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
I did ring for Mount St. Helens, but Rachel did.
We did have a change. Rachel jumped up to second place with 11 questions remaining.
Oh boy.
In which year was Alaska admitted as the 49th state?
Okay. 9.
Rachel with the German words.
I'm not really sure. I feel like 1898.
1898
I think
will cost you a point.
Oh wait, we're losing points?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I said it 5 times.
I thought you just said we wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
No.
you won't.
No,
you don't
no.
get it, and then you lose one. So it's
Good
not like
Lord.
it's not like participation trophies.
Yeah.
You don't get points for
never
buzzing
mind
in.
then. All right.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
If she gets really upset, she invades Poland.
There we go. And any
Go
other
for Belgium
takers?
and around.
Any takers? I'll give you a hint. It's 19. No,
I'll try.
59. 1959. All right. What was the first
Oh, well.
man-made element? Man-made element. And I did forget to mention this round tonight is also called it's a rapid fire. Are you paying attention? Not that you would know these questions, but these were all questions asked on a previous show, and it's actually from episode 42. If you want to go back and listen, episode 42. This was the final round, and I'm just asking for. Sometimes it's fun for the listeners to hear the questions again. So here we go. What was the first man-made element? Dun, dun, dun. I'll give you one hint on this one. I'm gonna give you a hint. The hint is 88 miles per hour. Luke,
Is it plutonium?
plutonium is correct.
Oh.
With the Back to the Future reference.
It's what makes time travel possible.
Oh, that's the flux capacitor.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right,
it is
true.
a flux capacitor.
But how do you run your flux capacitor?
I have this like pole that goes out. I gotta catch this lightning bolt.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Step one, get a DeLorean.
Is that by
No,
the
step
Lone
one, get a
Pine
Dr.
Mall?
Einstein.
Step
Yes.
2, question mark. Step 3, profit. Here we go. What is the only metal to be liquid at room temperature?
Got nothing.
Oh, Luke,
I'm gonna guess. Is it mercury?
Mercury is correct. I think Luke wants to revisit that scoreboard. I owe
Please, if you could.
Luke likes
Okay,
the 3
there we
points
go.
there.
Yeah.
Heidi's buzzer is still having technical issues.
Is that working? Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
Heidi
set
is-
this down over here away, so I have to reach for it.
Yeah. No, I'm done paying attention. So
Oh, now you're gonna sulk for the rest of the show?
I'm not sulking. I do not even care that I don't know these answers.
I do. I care deeply. I'm so mad about Alaska.
These important things are not important to me.
All right, Heidi's done sulking. Our next question. Who invented or who cured polio?
Oh, I know.
Was that Heidi? I think Heidi, that was for fun.
Yeah.
That was me. I got that one.
I called on you, Heidi. You got to tell me the answer.
Well, wait. This might be a trick, but I'm going to go with Jonas Salk.
Jonas Salk is correct. It wasn't even on the board, but I put it there. That's how fast I work.
It's
you.
called a
So there's going to
sympathy
be 15
point.
questions tonight.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Extra
Luke-
credit.
Luke might protest, and we'll note that in the historical record.
No, that's a sympathy point we were giving out there. Wasn't that what that was? Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
All right, a little bit of math coming up here. How many sides?
Nope.
You got to count.
Yeah.
How many sides?
Oh, Jesus.
How many sides does a rhombus have? A rhombus.
I got that
Heidi.
one too.
Heidi,
Yes,
4.
go.
4 is correct.
4.
It's still correct.
Am I on a delay?
Yeah, you
Am
might.
I on a delay?
Are you on a
Heidi.
delay?
Heidi, you're very delayed.
I think
Yes.
I'm on a. Oh, because I'm answering and you guys aren't responding to my answer.
I was too busy drawing it. I was like,
Everybody freeze.
I'm like answering, and you guys are like, "Wait, is that you?"
Yeah. All right, here we go. That's a point for Heidi. That's 2 now. Wait,
Oh
Stop
boy.
showing
That's
the
3.
scoreboard. I
Wait,
don't
we
care
got
for it.
Oh,
yeah, 2 points for Heidi. She's moving on up. Watch this. Into second
Wow.
place.
Just like George and Wheezy.
A little bit of confidence. Heidi
Yep.
is on the charge. We're halfway through. What element does every living species on Earth contain? What element?
See, I feel like I want to say, but I don't want to say because I don't
Oh,
want to
no.
keep losing points.
I think
You wanna
C
say.
is a Spanish word, not a German word.
I'm not saying anything.
What element does every living thing on Earth contain?
I'm gonna go for it. I don't care.
Heidi,
Water.
water is incorrect. That'll cost you a point.
Oh well.
And
That was as far as I was
3,
getting it.
2, 1. It is carbon.
Carbon. I was going to
Carbon.
say that, and I didn't because I didn't
Uh-oh.
want to keep losing things.
All right, here we go.
Too self-conscious now. I can't do it.
We got back-to-back legs questions here. How many
Easy
legs?
pop. Oh, sorry.
Dance on this.
How many legs does a scorpion have?
Oh, Jesus. Like the band, the Scorpions?
Yeah, the guitarist, the drummer, the singer. Well, Def Leppard, that was an arm.
Right.
Winds of Change don't have legs, but you can. Exactly.
I can't whistle that high. All right. Any takers? 3, 2, 1. A scorpion has 8 legs.
Oh,
8
good.
legs.
I wasn't going to say 8.
All right. Sticking with legs. How many legs does a butterfly have? Do butterflies even have legs? It could just be a trick question. They just
Are we talking post-caterpillar here?
I'm talking butterfly, which is not, it eliminates caterpillars.
Okay.
We've moved on.
We're past chrysalis. We're through the pupa. We're now to.
I don't.
We got the flappy wings.
Right.
I mean, they've never. It seems awfully personal to look
Yeah.
that close.
I'm sorry. How many legs does a male butterfly have? You're gonna get. It could be an odd number.
Yikes!
Yeah.
That is definitely personal.
This is a family show. All right, 3, 2, 1. Butterflies have 6 legs. 6 legs. All right, we have 4 questions remaining. Heidi is still within striking distance.
Ooh.
Luke can almost ride it out. He's within. Go ahead.
If I can, do we get points for creativity? Because every question you're asking, I'm feeling like Paul Lind over here.
Well, you are Paul Lind.
Thank you.
Wish.
All right, here we
If
go.
only. Okay.
4 questions remaining. Where did Puff the Magic Dragon live?
Achtung.
Oh, I heard Luke first.
Wouldn't that be the Isle of Honolulu?
Honolulu is correctly correct. Our 3 questions remaining. What top alternative rock band was founded in 1987 in Aberdeen, Washington?
Yeah.
87?
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel,
I'm
Rachel.
gonna say Nirvana.
You're just gonna be correct. Nirvana is correct.
And do you know what one of their original names was?
Oh, I did.
Skid Row. Fun
That's
fact.
hilarious.
Seriously.
It was. I can't be Skid. There was a Skid Row.
But before, yeah,
No.
they were Pen Cap Chew, Skid Row, and I believe the third one was Nirvana.
Let's see.
And then they heard 18 in Life, and they were like, "We can't top that.
Yeah, this
We
sucks.
got to go with another name."
Oh yeah, Skid Row, Fecal Matter.
Oh, that's right.
And Ted Ed Fred.
Oh.
Ted Ed Fred. That would have been good.
That would have been good.
That's how TED Talks came about.
Yeah.
And what is the largest brass section instrument in an orchestra?
Ted.
Yeah.
Rachel.
No, I'm just going for it now. The sousaphone.
Sousaphone is incorrect.
Correct.
Ooh.
Incorrect. Luke.
I'm going to say tuba.
A tuba toothpaste. Tuba is correct.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why I was trying to make a tuba toothpaste.
Woohoo!
No, we appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a nice effort.
Yeah.
Our last question of the night.
Well played.
Sticking with the orchestra for some reason. I wrote these questions 3 years ago. I used to like chunk stuff together. But what orchestra instrument plays the highest note?
Yeah.
Rachel. It's also known as the brown note.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
No, that's the
I'm
lower
wrong
one.
now. I was going to say piccolo.
Piccolo is incorrect.
What? I didn't even hear the question. So
The question was, what is Heidi's favorite instrument?
oh, the piccolo. Never heard.
But the brown note's low.
Is it?
He
Yes.
was joking about the brown note.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I know, but
problem.
I'm just trying to, you know.
Yeah, we're fact checking on this show.
Yeah, no.
What?
All right. What orchestra instrument plays the highest note? The highest note.
Yes.
Steve.
Steve. Is it Steve?
He's not an instrument. He's a tool.
Oh.
Yes.
And
Look, guys, at
three-
least I'm trying. I'm
you want to
losing
take,
points,
you want
but
to take
I'm
another
trying.
guess, Rachel?
I don't know, violin.
Violin. Did you buzz in?
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, so you said violin. Violin is correct. You had 3 right, then 3 wrong, and then 1 right. You finished with 6 points. Heidi with 8, and Luke. Oh wait, Heidi lost one.
Oh.
Oh, wait, not 2. That's one. You got 1 total. Heidi in second place. Let's start that over. Rachel with 6, Heidi with 7, and Luke, I owe 2 more points for 5 total. Luke's going to walk away with the victory tonight. Congratulations,
He's going to
Luke.
be insufferable about this.
I just want Sandy to be proud of me.
Sandy's proud of you.
Well, Sandy, if you're out there, let us know how you're feeling.
I know, Sandy, if you had cheered us on.
I feel like she gave up on the whole thing.
I know, demoralized from the start.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no way John's our other reluctant producer is listening in on this.
No,
Well, I want to thank my guests.
We should have switched one of us. Like either.
You at any point you could have tagged in or phoned a friend. That would have been totally acceptable.
Oh,
John would have just berated us.
Google like Luke did.
Oh, you can't Google. That's the only rule. We have one rule. The other rules you can kind of make up, but that rule, no Googling during the show.
Oh yeah, no, we're honorable. At least Heidi and I are.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
Oh, there she is.
So proud of Luke.
We should have called in Randy because she just got out of college. This stuff's still fresh in her brain.
I know all these
traded
element questions. I'm like, I don't know. I studied English.
Element, orchestra, legs.
I was hoping one of the orchestra questions would have included the electric light.
Oh, well, I would have swept that category.
I don't know. That would have been like a full-on battle royale between us all.
Yeah.
The popular Jeff Linoff.
Right? I would have taken Xanadu all the way home.
Which version of Xanadu do you like better? The ELO version or the Olivia Newton-John version?
I'm torn because I love them both for different reasons.
I know. I was staunchly Olivia Newton-John, but now I'm in an ELO better phase right now. But ask me again next week and it'll be the other way.
Well, this is the point of the show where I cut out any
Telephone
ELO
lines
or
went
Olivia Newton-John discussions. But at the same time, I turn the show over to you. This is now anything you want to say, promote, plug. It's Why the Podcast, and the floor is yours. I hope you didn't waste it all on Olivia Newton-John and ELO.
That's never a waste.
Yeah.
Always
the scene when they're shopping and roller skating.
Gene Kelly.
Aw,
It gives me the feels.
Sorry,
All
down
right.
to business. Luke, what do you want to say? Heidi, what do you want to say?
I don't know. I would like to thank Jeff. Thank you for having us and putting up with this ridiculousness.
Thank you.
This is a lot of fun.
This was actually enjoyable. And not
That's
just
the
because
best
I
compliment
win.
I've ever had.
Right.
Not just because I win, but it didn't hurt.
I like how win wasn't in the past tense.
I know.
It was like, I win. You're like,
I
all
win,
I do
yeah.
is win. No
It's an
matter
act
what.
of continuing.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Sandy knew all the answers.
Of course she did. Yes, whythepodcast.com. I think, unfortunately or fortunately, if you found any of this nonsense interesting, I think you might enjoy our show, which is either damning with incredibly faint praise or I don't know what. I'd like to thank all of Jeff Lynn's various bands, of course, the ELO, but also the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah.
So
good.
thank you, Jeff, for all you do to keep us safe. I don't know, Heidi, who else should you? Yeah, okay, now your turn, wise guy.
I was quoting the Traveling Wilburys.
We're at the end of the line. Okay, let's pick this up.
Handle me with care. I'm lost. No, I think you covered it off really well. Nobody wants to hear from me.
Whythepodcast.com.
Your words, not mine.
Available in all the podcast apps. I always ask that question, where can they find you? But it is 2020. If you haven't figured it out yet, it's available everywhere you listen to podcasts. Why ? The podcast or whythepodcast.com. Also on all the socials. And that's all I have until next week.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy.
Yes. Thank you all. Thanks for putting up with us.
Yes. Thanks for letting me speak for once instead of just writing. It was pretty exciting. Maybe in another year I'll get to talk again.
Yeah, we'll fix that. We got some time.